wrong? Why are you looking at me weird? I'm gonna be talking bad. You're gonna be freaked out, I bet. Alright, well, we're full of gamer subs. Do you want to be held? Do you want? No, you're fucking all kinds of weird right now. Do you want to be picked up? Do you want to be picked up? Want to be played? Want to play? I can't play, buddy. We're streaming right now. All right. Well, let's just jump into it head first. Kind of odd, but you know what's new. Da-boom. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This might be a real quick stream because I got doggos, specifically one doggo, just piercing at me from the side, judging me because he's like, you don't speak at all, really. You're always really quiet. And then we stream, and he's like, what? This is the amount of words I'm hearing. Nuts. Also, it's too small. I gotta buff up the font. I don't know if I can actually. I might just have to zoom in. There we go. That's what I have to do. We zoomed in at 125 zoom. Loans seems really small still. It's like barely increasing, but the fucking side ability, like the thing above it, is huge. Anyways, Lone Syndicate says, what's up, Lone Syndicate? How are you, Little Savage? Good to have you, buddy. How are you? It's been a little minute. Little Savage says, hey, Grin. Hello, Little Savage. We're talking about ZZZ, or Zenless Zon Zero? Zenless. The zero doesn't make sense. The middle one, whatever that one is, doesn't add up. Anyways, also I could just do this. Zenless Zone Zero. Holy shit! Oh, what is good? Sting says, hello, Grin. Hello, Sting. How are you? Don't play Gigax video, although, nope. Oh, fuck, nope. That's not right. There we go. I didn't loop this, apparently. Ugh. Also, why the fuck is playback on? I hate playback so much, man. It always throws some weird shit at me. Yes, my dog is getting situated. If he is feeling super uncomfortable and wants to leave, I will show you him, and then he will depart. He is this big, very small. Not my choice to get I love him, but he's very small. He's like kind of like, you know, genetically dicey. Anyways, love him to bits. Anyways, Lone Syndicate says, yo, I saw some ZZZ gameplay. Too many Z's. Gameplay, and my Nicole is Nicole is so hot. She has a lot of culture fizzy. Yeah, Nicole is gonna be a name we all get really familiar with. Kind of like in the heyday of Genshin, Mona was basically like ludified to a holy shit, like a crazy extent. And that one, it seems like I'm not sure. It seems like in some games the characters that are like oh my god, sexualized are actually the ones where like certain artists are like, you know what, no no, you made it easy for me, I will not have it, you know. Or it's just like whatever, it's just a random person, you know. Although I feel like no one's given enough love to the Oni. The Oni looks rad. Although, man, if only Genshin had these level of character designs, which kind of makes sense for like how crazy some of these like games are, how much money Mahoyo is making, to where I feel like they could budget like making 3D different models, etc. And I think maybe this game can do it because less of the development cost is being taken away from the giant world, you know, like the big ass open worlds, kind of just map based. So like development time can be divvied up to like creating these weird, like every single character has a different body hitbox. It's almost like they're doing a challenge. Like they're like, not a single hitbox can be the same. See, look at that. Looks so fucking rad. But I also like the short hair and shit. I also got a tail and whatnot. Fucking wild. Also, blue. I bet there's going to be skins that make her red. And maybe like an angel demon thing, probably. The skin game, if they don't capitalize on like giving them badass skins, I'm going to be blown away. I still don't really understand the combat. I seen a little image of like person talking about artifacts, which was wild. Artifacts were like they're like this thing where you have to fit into a grid. Same thing as a Genshin where you have like tiny or an amount of whatever artifacts. Hello, other dog. Hello. What if I'm just psychotic and there's no one around me? I'm just losing my mind. Lone Syndicate says, also, I gotta learn these names. Maybe looks badass. Also, Holoverse did it again. They copied Virgil. I mean, At this point, is it really copying Virgil when you're just that iconic that it kind of is such a cool kid? I mean, to be fair, Virgil is actually kind of like a character that I think has also existed a lot, you know, like guy who can attack very, very quickly in like burst succession. Frankly, even if they do copy him, that's a good person to copy. I mean, Virgil's great, although we could use a Dante. We could use a, what is it called? God damn it. What's, this Dante's sword. I should know this. You guys will save me, but it's, ebony and ivory is his pistols. What is the sword? Rebellion, that's what it is. A good old rebellion move style, just sloppy, just bah, bah, bah. Awesome. Awesome. Overwhelming strength, basically. But with not like a gigantism sword, like that's literally like only person is literally holding like a fucking weapon three times their size. I love it, but also a lot. This dude looks wicked. Again, one thing you can't deny is how fucking like a lot of these characters actually seem unique enough to be like, hey, the gacha system makes some sense, because you're not like in Genshin, you're kind of like getting just similar variants of a lot of similar things. Again, there's the same body type. It's like, hey, they're wearing a suit. This one's wearing a different kind of dress, and this one's like, no, this person has a giant spiky head. His hitbox is kind of all fucking all over the place. His face contorts constantly. It's a whole thing. Tiny little tsundere, whatever. That. If she's not tsundere, that would be a push in the right direction. Beastie says, hello, all you beautiful people. Hello, Beastie. Beastie, what you drinking tonight? Right now. I'm not sure if it's day or morning for you, but yeah. Lone Syndicate says, wait, Grin, I was getting to the blue Oni person. She looks rad and has this huge cleaver. Yeah, man, I feel like Oni doesn't get enough. Oh, what is this? I haven't seen her at all yet. I will say there's two of them that doesn't look as interesting as everybody else. There's like a guy with a drill, which I don't know why, just in comparison to everybody else is like going fucking buck wild with style. The guy with the drill is kind of just wearing a jacket. And you're like, okay. All right. I'm not sure if drill makes up for like, that. It's also shitty that like, I think our characters are basically like not even a thing. Like we're just like the guy hanging out, kind of like Assassin's Creed, where like we always know we're being played by some sort of like Abstergo intern, and you're kind of like, that's kind of less fun. We're like large in life assassins here, but in the back of our head, we know we're getting puppeted around by some sort of weirdo. Less cool. Yeah, what do you call it? Oni just stands the fuck up. I will say also, as much as everyone who chooses Wolf Boy is going to be immediately hit with a furry situation, it's fine. But that character looks so absolutely sick. All right. Also, the way he fights, I see a little bit of gameplay of him. He's just dropping fucking crazy ass kicks and shit. It's wild. And even the one person like beating the shit out of person with this drill guy kind of looks like the fucking Oni, dude, not even close. The Oni looks so rad ass. The Oni looks so rad ass. Okay, you get it. It makes sense. What's that? Also, we're just watching a trailer. Actually, this one looks also pretty basic. I don't know why. Like the chainsaw girl, I thought. Maybe there's different skins, because I thought we seen her again and she had like a chainsaw, but that looks like a cleaver. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna go about like adding procedurally different stuff to this game. Like, are they gonna do skins that like change your characters? Because art basically just seems like, once you get bored with the same character, like so that's one of the best parts about like Elemental Mastery and like different weapons and stuff like that, where they can actually like change even in not really, but kind of a way of play. But granted, you do have 3 characters, so I guess I just don't know what the like. I know the artifact grind is gonna be one of the things that keeps you there, but I just don't know what comes after all that. Like, are we able to get different guns? I don't think so. I think it's just artifacts that I've seen. But yeah. Yeah, but also with every character being unique, it kind of makes sense that you're not gonna have weapons. You know what I mean? Maybe just like a power source or something. I don't know. I'd be kind of. I don't think that would sell well. People would be like, I don't care. Yeah. Only person again. Every time I see her, she looks rad. Just absolutely fucking fire. Anyways. Also, BC says, Tiny Doggy, yes. Tiny Doggy is over it. Oh my god. If only you guys could see his face. He's doing this. I'm trying to sleep, and you're just fucking talking. Just like, his eyes are half open, he's glaring at me from the side like, shut the fuck up. Listen, you son of a bitch. I'm doing my best. You've had me for the whole day, alright? Now is my time to just give myself a little bit to these people, as well as take all their stuff. Also, thank you, Lone Syndicate, for coming with Rebellion. I also got there, but yes. Lone Syndicate says the way they have chlorine. Oh, they have Chlorine, the maid girl, who looks metal as fuck, got chains. Then the bear with spikes on his back. Yeah. I will say, one of the things that's interesting about design, though, like, how do I put it? Like, the cat girl, to me, doesn't stand out so much. And also, the bear, it sounds, maybe I'm a freak, but it doesn't stand out so much, because it's like a fucking bear. It's like, it's like almost like too much insanity makes your brain just go like, I don't understand, okay. And you just kind of offload information like, okay. But the blue Oni, to me, because it's like human enough to where I'm like, okay, blue horns, it's different enough to where I'm like, ooh, something. Same way as I think the person that really stands out is the guy with the mask and spiky hair, and that's just like a normal average like red jacket. Him, he looks super iconic. Like, these are the two characters that like are stained into my mind. Or when someone mentions like, the girl with this person, I'm like, oh, briefcase girl, not Booba, surprisingly, but yeah, briefcase girl. But I don't really remember the bear is easy, and I don't remember her as easy. What was the other one? The Kaching one, I like the look of, but again, it's like too in that realm of like there's crazy, and then there's like too neutral to where I'm like, okay. We're at the point where we need more than cat ears, you know what I mean? We need like some sort of fucking something. I don't know, something. Maybe some bright big ass glowing eyes, something. Because yeah, cat ears to me, I'm just like, okay, it's a person, whatever. Yeah, drill guy also doesn't stick in my mind, but yeah, but I do like how all of them seem to carry a style. Like I'm just seeing a pattern with the bear, the drill guy, and one of the girls that has almost looks like a prison white outfit. Weird. Yeah, the maid looks rad. The maid looks like her herself. It just looks like a maid, but then her attacks are like this fucking like large in life buzz axe shredding through shit. Maid looks pretty dope too. The dude on the screen, Billy, with the dual revolvers, white hair. Is it revolvers? I thought it was pistols. I thought it was just normal pistols. Lone Syndicate says, then Ben, the giant gangsta bear. Okay, that'll be a little iconic. I didn't know he had, like, the personality will shift it there. It looks really ready to throw down. Rat ass. I'm gonna use that word. Oh, please don't. As long as you don't tell anybody who said it, I'm okay with it. Lone Syndicate says, oh my, Nicole, I can tell whoever did the design of Nicole had a fun time. And it's a man of culture. Is that the man of the pink hair chick? I can't remember. Is the pink hair chick the one with the big booba? Is she the Nicole, or is it someone else? Yeah, the machete girl seems like she's the one that's kind of like that's what everyone's gonna get by default when the game comes out. You're gonna be like, oh, okay. Yeah, every time I see Blue, I'm called Blue, Oni. I'm just like, yeah, out of all of them, she stands out to you, boy. But I've also loved Onis. It's such a cool mythos. Anyways. Lone Syndicate says, or women of culture. Yeah, no, there's a bunch of dudes who look rad too. Like, yeah, I don't know if I'd be curious to see if any of the if we have any female audience person pop in being like, I'm in, or even like attracted to the opposite to males, we'll say. A whole weird 2022 situation going on, but anyway, to get people as a take on if the dudes are attractive, or because to me a lot of the dudes scream like badass and not like there's specific characters in Genshin like Zhongli or Ayaka's brother, Ayato, who looks like clean, like gentleman, like they got a K-pop face, which is like just a fucking immaculate bone structure. Hey buddy, why are you getting so mad? Why are you sniffing? What's happening? It's like, this room is dusty, and I'm like, don't fucking judge me. Anyway, oh, I gotta blow my nose. Okay. Neko Mana is the cat girl of this game. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. To me, the cat girl gets completely bodied by like a little tiny girl with like hammers or scythes. It looks like. I think it's scythes. There are people saying hammers. I think it's a scythe she's holding, or maybe it's one or the other. But yes. But I'm surprised that all of the characters are playable. Like that was quite surprising. So if they do this thing where they're like now you're gonna be able to get your hands on this one, I'll be like, especially knowing that like blue is like all the way at the fucking bottom. A blue Oni is a mile away. Now maybe that's for the best because Tower Fantasy, we have Saints Row, yikes, simply put. Oh my god, so much to play. When we have Khalid, the small girl with... Is it hammers? It looks like scythes, but maybe it's like blunted. I'm just not seeing it. Who's the one holding the teddy bear? Is that the maid? I don't know. Dog breath. I don't know what's happening. What's good? Oh, BCR was here. So BC says, I is bad. No, you were mad. Gotcha. What I missed, we talked about these characters. BCR, of all the characters you're seeing flash by your screen, which one is the one that stands out, and why is it the Blue Oni? Okay. I will say, Blue Oni is a short queen for sure. She is like a pint-sized little nothing, but other than that, but also some of these fucking people are tall as shit. Wolfman's goddamn statue, huge. Then we have Khalid, the small with hammers. And yes, Nicole is the pink-haired big booba lady. And Rule 34 artists are gonna have a field day. Yes, I could see that happening. Although, how is her personality? Does anyone actually listen to any idea of what her whole shit is about? Because yeah, maybe it's one of those things where they're like, here's a really sexualized character, but we made her like the most annoying, and like tsundere bullshittery, where she's just shitting on you all the time. You're like, okay. Alright. Gross. Also, the combat looked rad. The combat looked like it was a step above difficulty from Genshin, but not too hard. It looked like it was... Well, again, it's hard to say, because Genshin, at the beginning, was kind of... Given you didn't have a lot of characters, and given you didn't know everything about artifacts and the importance of them, could be a little bit tricky. But it's also... It's like a difference in what you get. But with this game, maybe it's less about that, and it's more about like getting the specific characters. Although... you can have 3 characters at once. Are any of them healing you? Or like, is there like something like that? I really hope Oni Girl is just pure DPS. Just be selfish so I can have you as my focal point, you know? For me right now, it's going to be Oni, Maid Girl, and I think... Ooh, it's either Gun Guy or Wolf Guy. Those are my 3, but I think I'm going to go Gun Guy, because Wolf Guy, kind of cool. I like the Kiki, but I feel like the Kiki is going to get annoying. And the fact that I have range damage always, pretty useful. So that's going to be my layout. Hopefully the maid person also can heal somehow, because it kind of just goes hands in hand. Maybe it's a little fucked up, but it is what it is. It's my perception of it. What about you guys? What would be your top 3 teams right now? Please, for the love of God, do descriptors, not names. Please say like pink hair girl, Oni person, because my brain is like. Although I will say that the Katana lady pretty rad. Yeah, a lot of them are cool, but that's my team. That's my go-to, I think. But then they're gonna show some skins that make like the fucking, what do you call it? One like the Katana girl, the like Kaching basically. Virgil I also here. Like crazy badass with like a heaven angel wings on her back or some crazy shit. Maybe not. Maybe that's a little too much. Also, I hope they keep on brand of like this post-apocalyptic punk rock kind of dystopian. Punk rock doesn't seem fair. This is more of like a punk hip hop. Feels like that. Punk hip hop. That makes sense. Or maybe it's hip hop. I don't know. There are different genres of hip hop. We got people tattooing their face nowadays. I feel like we need to say punk hip hop. Also, Lone Sick says, yes, I remember all the names. Yes, but you got that brain, Lone Sick. You got that brain that just kind of fucking grapples onto certain specific information, just like Fluff, who you just dig it in. And I'm just like, I'm jealous. I can never forget a face, ever, but names, useless information for me. I don't know why. No, the hammer she is holding is a Khalid. Okay. Weird. Why is it shaped like a kind of like a blunted scythe? Yep, that's the maid. Chlorid. Okay. Yeah, no. See, one of them looks like a hammer, and the other one looks like a scythe. Lone Syndicate. Is it just two different? It just looks like two blunted hammers. Like it looks like a scythe blade split down the middle. One of them's a hammer, and then one of them is a fucking. Let's go back. We're gonna jump back a little bit. No, stop doing your whole crazy kill execution things. Yep, red jackets having a whole field day. See right there. See that does not look like a fucking hammer. That I know she has a hammer in the one hand, but she has like a weird safe. Oh, is it like a fucking crank thing where like you have to fucking like scroll this stupid bolt and it'll slowly open up the pry bar and then you'll get it in there and then you. That just looks impractical as fuck. It looks like a scythe. Okay. It's a wrench. Okay, we're both wrong. Okay, I'm not sure if I'd classify that as a hammer, alright? Monkey wrench. I mean, it cuts into the ground like a knife. Fuck you. Not you, this stupid game. Oh my god. Ooh, I thought we always lost that. Freaking me the fuck out. BC says, alright, all Ata anime inspired stuff this month. August is truly the month of the weeb. Or sorry, a lot of anime inspired stuff this week. Yeah, man. Well, I'm not sure if you guys seen. I missed it. I just seen a couple of YouTube videos of it. But there was like this big mobile game conference, kind of like the E3 of mobile games, where they showed a lot of games that were adjacent to Genshin. But it was kind of frustrating because it was. I don't know why they wouldn't have shown those games at like E3. Because I think they're like a game that seems like a game enough to be a game within that. I think so many. This is the thing that freaks me out a lot about games like Diablo Immortals and stuff like that. Was how many people got mad about Diablo Immortals, but the game still sold an insane amount. So I don't know, man. Like, to me, if you're a company like a publisher, like an Activision or whatever, or like a Blizzard, or yeah, Blizzard I guess would do too. But anyway, any of these companies that have like that they want to make profit. They're not good signals. They're like, oh, this is how you make profit. You can. I feel like we'll just get there's a hope that eventually they'll like restrict the shit out of them. I maybe not restrict them entirely because people are grown ass people, but just give them an age rating to where they have to abide by that, and maybe even just make it less destructive to people's lives who have bad addiction habits. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how they would really do that. But anyways, yeah. But to me, it seems like there's no stopping the train that is like companies signaling that like mobile games make billions, and that you can do like the most scumbag addictive practices ever, and no one is going to come for you at all. In fact, no one will even notice you. In fact, a lot of like companies will be like, oh my god, they're making network crazy profit or net insane profit this week. It's a little worrisome, but I'm hoping that we still get games that are like coming out and like fully fledged games that are like either $60 and whatnot, but not just like the microtransaction hell. Now, granted, in the whole lifespan of Genshin, I only spent probably $140 or $30. I want to say $130, $140 would be probably being safe. And that was when I played it for a whole year, and I didn't play anything. Nothing came out when COVID was happening, so I played that game for a whole year. And normally I would have bought 3 games in a year, probably 4 maybe. So it adds up to be, and I pay $80 for a game here in Canada, so it's not as bad, But yeah, I guess again, the example is not for like the people who are able to pace themselves and like slow down. That's acceptable. You can get by, but for the people who have an issue, that's the thing. I hope there is some sort of something to help them be protected, because I feel like those are the reason why the game is making an exuberant amount of money. But then again, we're getting a lot of free games as well, so that's kind of a nice aspect. So it's like maybe we just need to brainwash people in the other direction of like what do you call it? You need do not be tempted by these games, but you can also live in a world where a bunch of free games exist. And that's fun, as long as you don't succumb to the ever-present temptation. It's kind of like a training arena for you to not be tempted all the time. It just sucks that when some people are like constantly getting ripped down that loop. And again, there's a difference between somebody having to do something and feeling like they have to do something, rather than somebody choosing to have disposable income and wanting to spend it in that. There's like a difference for that for sure. But yeah. Lone Second says character I'm most interested in is Nicole. Oh, Blue Oni girl. Wait, Nicole is... Was that the one you just told me about? Was that the one who's the... Nicole is the big boo... Yeah. Nicole is the big booba pink-haired lady. Blue Oni. And... Who's Maya B? Nicole from the gameplay? I seem to seen it very playful. Who's Nicole? Oh, Nicole. Okay, Nicole is the person we talked about. Nicole, Blue Oni, and who's the other one? Who's Maya B? Who's that? Because you need 3. Give me 3. Oh, are we talking about the hammer person? Maybe. What is wrong, Dookie? His name is Duke. Horrible name for him, but like horrible. Yeah. What do you call it? Abbreviated name. Also, sorry, Sparks. Thank you for the rock. Hucking at me. How are you this fine evening? What is your top 3 characters that you'll play? Or at least think look cool. Because I'm not sure if you're into it as much. In this Zenless Z0. Whatever. ZZZ. I'm just going to say, I keep trying. I fail every time. Can I show you to them, buddy? No? You don't want to be picked up? I want to pick you up. Can you come here? Come here. A little bit close. A little close. Put this way. This is my boy. Look at this big boy. Golly, lapdog, all that. He's anxiety induced. But this is our boy. Look at the screen, because he probably will freak out as soon as I put him down. Do you guys remember when I had to watch him? He was a little tiny pup, and now he's huge. Okay, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. You're freaking out. You're stabbing my... Calm down. See? Gentle. I'm gonna let you go. If you want to go away, you can. Golly. Fucking... God damn it. We need to cut his nails. Out of all the dogs we've had, he's the absolute most visceral about getting his nails cut. Just fucking hates it. Just like bites the shit out of you. In fact, it's the first time I've ever seen a dog go into like berserk mode. Or like they get so anxiety induced that they kind of just, you see their brain disconnect and they kind of like their frontal lobe just starts taking out control and you're like, you're gonna fucking bite me. And you're a good boy. You're a very good boy, but you just have so much anxiety that, ugh. But that's boxers, man. Boxers are like, I've never met any dog that's even close to having nearly as much like anxiety and panic as boxers do. Lovely dogs, but yes, a lot. BC says, green stable lady piqued my interest the most for some reason. Who's green? Green stable lady. I love it. Oh, this one? Like, what is this lady? Yeah, the one who's like, what do you call it? Like fucking black as hell, fucking awesome, like gold highlighted eyes, fucking crazy neon thing. I think she's just sitting there chilling. But yeah, no, every character in the game. Or are you talking about this one? Are you talking about the green machete girl? Is that what you said? Machete? Did I fuck up reading the machete bit? Green stabby lady. No, this is that's the descriptor that is. Are you talking about Kaching? Like the one who... This one? Because that is a... green. I mean, that's a green backdrop. Cat Virgil, perfect. Thank you. Is that what you're talking about? Cat Virgil, yeah. Cat Virgil. I will say she looks clean. She looks very clean. I always like the suit. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone can wear a traditional suit that's like fitted and shit, and not look clean as hell. You know what I mean? The only thing I debate people on is the fedora, because I feel like, certain kind of person needs to rock that. You know? You need to give off like some sort of energy that's not, I ate 15 cheeseburgers today, and just was on Reddit shitting on people constantly. You need to not have that, And I feel like sometimes they go hand in hand. Load Ticket says, Nicole, pink-haired booba lady, Blue Oni, and Katana lady. Those your 3? Do you think any of them are going to heal? Or do you guys think that the way you're going to make your DPS a healer is through artifacts? I don't know. I wish I had more about the game. I'm in this weird place of having no time, but also being interested. So I'm kind of like, anybody see anything like this? Although it is beta, and I don't know. I don't know how much the beta explains everything. Because they gave them all the characters, and I don't think we're going to get all the characters day one like that at all. I think they're probably going to trickle them out slowly but surely. Lone Syndicate says, that's metal as fuck. Have a hammer in one hand and a wrench in the other. Yes, pretty wicked. BC says, mobile games are coming up now, but there are shitty cash grabs with obnoxious freemium mechanics. They don't hold TPE same minds. Yeah, well, to me, BC, that's probably the best for normal, for people on the bad end of these microtransaction ridden games. On the bad end, it's like people's lives getting ruined because they're spending so much. On a just making a good product end, the fact that they're all heavily limited by resin is just awful. Like even if they'd wanted, what would make a lot of sense to me? If like a company stopped being so absurdly greedy, and like they did, like how Genshin has the Welcome Moon, but if you literally would spend $5 every month or whatever it would be, and you would have like zero limitation on it. It would take off all of the resin. Now, yes, you probably get people shitting on you, like this shouldn't be there in the first place. But this, as a company, would give you a continuous like Netflix model of like, okay, we can expect this much money this concurrent week. It's not like everyone's just gonna stop doing that immediately, So you get that procedurally, like money every week from that. And as long as it wasn't like $10 or like $20, where people were like, okay, this is too much, this is not worth the squeeze. I remember fucking Let It Die having like a game pass or like a battle pass that was like seemed like a lot of money per month, and just gave you like an elevator, which was weird. but yeah, but anyways, that's one thing that like to most everybody is the most frustrating part of these kinds of games. I do think to some extent I do think some limitations make sense. Like I do think like having a world limit to killing bosses, like your weekly bosses, I think that makes sense, because you don't want everyone just to have like the most insane cracked out of your mind gear immediately, because then it just makes people like be able to just brute force to the end game and then start getting angry that there's no content for them to ravagely consume. So there's an inherent like gameplay player issue there where people are just being like too gluttonous, and there's a problem. But then there's the other stuff of like, what if I'm streaming the game and I wouldn't mind like just grinding money and and always have money to do XYZ. The only thing that sucks is most game companies and live service games will see that most of their community has an abundance of money, and they'll start like ratcheting up the cost of things, or they'll just make it so that there's a new currency that you have to use in the special event, and it kind of just doesn't reward you for partaking in that, But anyways, yeah, that to me is the biggest issue with the mobile mindset, is that there's like everything is optimized for spending, meaning they don't want you to be sick of the game, so they're going to kick you out really, really soon. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's on like the, how like people who are able to like to hold back the temptation of spending money, that's the thing that's going to eat you up and actually diminish the quality of the game, I think, which is a shame. As a console or PC gamer, in a lot of Tower of Fantasy people, or TOF minds, BC says, bruh. Why did I stop that, by the way? BC says, bruh, Twitch hates me. Oh no, BC, is it lagging and shit? Oh shit, thank you. I'm so sorry, Los. I did not see that. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. That's amazing. A fucking handful of rocks. Thank you so much, my friend. A while since anyone got a bit. You finally show up on this thing. This little bit of it. Not the words, the thing on the farther over there. Yeah. Spark says, anyone watch the CDL Champs 2022? I do not know what that is. If it's a type of sport, I am just whoosh. I'll be honest, Sparks, I've been, how do I put it? Basically, I can't phrase this in like a more interesting way. I've been doing the book thing, but recently I've been doing it like all. Just that, like, so every now and again you're like, hey, I'm gonna take a like 2-hour break, maybe an hour break, 2 hours too much, hour break, watch 3 episodes of an anime, get right back into it. I've woke up at 7:30 every single day because I'm watching dogs. They need to go pee in the morning, and then I just log in to my Google Docs and I just review the shit out of thumbnails and titles. And I might be losing my mind, but I think I'm getting an understanding. I'm just fucking melting. Oh no, but it's actually really good. It's satisfying. It's just like I do notice that I'm probably gonna make sure I take Sunday off just because it's a little nuts to go. I've been doing this since like Thursday. It's a little nuts to go that hard. It's like it's a good way to break yourself, to like need a long ass break because you're doing too much, you know. But also, we have games coming out, so I'm like, I want to make sure I get all this stuff in my head. But to apply it too quickly means you don't get it. But anyways. Also, what is with this? I don't know why the internet, well, certain communities have made me acknowledge a certain string of numbers. Anyways. Lone Singer says, oh, he looks like a good, he's great. Oh, fuck, that was old. That was when I was holding Duke. But yeah. He is adorable. The other one is equally as cute. He is pint-sized, though. Duke is a big old boy. Well, actually, that's not really true. If you guys see my legs in conjunction to something, you guys would be like, okay, that's fairly huge, but my torso is neutral, I guess. My legs are all where I get all my height. Beastie says, yeah, green lady with white hair, stabby lady with the knife. White hair? Oh, no, I see what you're saying. I can deduce this. Beastie says, yeah, green hair lady, ka-ching. Okay, ka-ching lady. Wait, green hair lady? Is she? No, that's not green hair lady. Oh, okay. Why can't I fucking pause, you bastard? I paused it, didn't work. Yeah, maid, yeah. That's why I'm with you, man. Maid looks dope. Also, she got a little cute little thing on there. Also, she looks like she's got a hammer. Yeah, she's cute. Okay, so maid lady. So same as me, maid lady. And where's the maid lady? With white hair, stabby lady. Okay. What is that? Is that the one with the machete? Interesting. Yeah, the one with the machete. Wow, she's the one that to me I think it seems like she doesn't stand out enough. But okay, white hair, stabby lady, white hair with the machete, and the lady with the knife. Okay, I assume that is the girl with the katana lady, right? The katana girl with. Look, I'll be honest, the katana that was too much of a not helpful. I can infer a lot. That one's rough. I would assume Beastie, it's the ka-ching person. There's like 15 women with knives, different variations of knives. But okay, yeah, I totally understand. I kind of get it actually. Yeah, I think it's maid lady, ka-ching lady, and what is the girl with the maid, right? The maid, ka-ching, girl with knife. I feel like I'm missing one. Girl, ka-ching, maid, green lady. That's the maid. Stabbo, white-haired lady. Oh, the white-haired lady, I don't know who the hell that is. I think we just seen it, and I'm just blanking. Oh, no, right, the machete girl. That's what it was. The machete girl is so not on my mindset. Spark says, fedora and skull caps equal creep. What's skull caps again? What's skull caps? What's that? Yeah, fedora. A fedora is like a specific kind of thing. If you see a man in a full clean ass suit with a fedora, I feel like it makes sense. If you see a person just wearing a fedora and like a black t-shirt with whatever design like waves right here, and then it's like a short sleeve as well, and it has a collar on it, and you can see like a chain with him wearing that as well, and he has a fedora. That's a little nah. I also will say that I've had a very bad experience with a person I used to know in school who used to wear a fedora and was the biggest creep on the planet. Would have like to do footsies with people and etc. under the desk, and apparently there was one of my female friends said he's like real creep, basically. Just not good, like a real but yeah. Lone Singer says, just now, if we end up playing together, we all gotta have that one character who we play. Mine's Oni. I'll fight you. Okay? That's the mine. Although I think you could probably run dupes. It'd be wild if they're like, nah. Is there co-op, Lone Singer? I don't know if there's co-op, but it'd be dope if there was. But yeah, no. My top of my list is Oni. Like, to describe how much I like the Oni's look, like every character is here, the Oni is here. It's solid. Like it's not even close, basically. But then I like the maid lady. She looks rad. Again, her attack set is what makes me excited. Also the fact that she's like a goth kind of vibe with like a pink a pink little Furby thing. It's like, got it. I like the contrast. And then what was the other one? Oh, then this rocker dude. I like the guy with the guns, like kind of like a Red Hood. I like it. I like his moveset as well. Although the girl with the hammers looked pretty rad too. I don't know. Depends. Depends on what the personalities are. If the girl with the hammers is super charming, we'll go with that. Just now, if I end, the only thing that's got me worried is a bit about this game is that there is a shard system. What's that mean? What's the shard system? What's that mean? BC says, I don't understand why freemium size is such a staple. I want to be able to play a game again and not have it go, hey, fuck you and your fun. Yeah. Well, Beastie, I think the if we were gonna play devil's advocate, I think from the gameplay designer's perspective, and I do empathize with one aspect of this that I've seen for years, but it's the aspect of when in Fallout. I remember in Fallout 4, I believe, the newest Fallout game outside of 76, the whatever came before that. I think it's Fallout 4. In Fallout 4, the game came out in like 2 months, and I was subscribed to a lot of channels that were covering it as it was coming out, essentially. And I was super frustrated when those channels, after 2 months, started getting really, really pissed off that there wasn't enough content. Like, they were like, there's no side quests, there's nothing like this. And I'm all for you saying that there's the content that is left is not exciting. But they never said that. They said, why does this game have not a lot of content? Why is this game dying? And I ultimately was like, well, you haven't done the collectibles. You haven't done this. You haven't done that. So there's plenty of content, but you're just choosing not to and take it. Now, it's fair. But a part of me always wondered if say you were playing a game like Fallout, and they reserved some of the game like bobblehead collectors that actually gave like you a pretty OP value. If they saved some of the side quests and maybe gave you like a special gun at the end of some of them to release later down the line, hopefully not for money, but just eventually, people that wanted to have a reason to jump back in the game and keep playing would have that. They wouldn't be like, well, I've done all that I want to do in that game, and it's like, but have you? Or have you just kind of done what you know of? And would it be smart for a company to kind of wait to give you their like hidden gems after the fact, so there's a reason for you to come back into the game and maybe experience more stuff, maybe work on your settlement more, given the game has infrastructure, that makes sense. But yeah, just the idea that people always complain that there's not enough whilst still having plenty of food on the plate, even food that they might enjoy, not just food that they're like, I choose not to do it because I know I won't like it, but I mean content that they otherwise would actually enjoy doing, but because there's just so much, they kind of feel like, I've already done 2 things here, I'm kind of done. And yeah, so I think that's the response, is that a lot of times people will over consume and then get mad at developers for not consuming. Like, it was one of the things in Destiny, I remember, where Destiny had like one of the most ravaged communities ever. Like, it just gluttonous, like just wanted so much. And frankly, I think one of the reasons why the game had problems later down the line was because they made everything co-op based, to where like you couldn't just have fun by yourself. You almost needed like friends to do nightfalls, and they refused to do matchmaking on just about everything. And yeah, so like there's issues there. But anyways, I think the argument from the game developer's point of view is we don't want people to get to the end too quickly and then complain at us that the game, that it's not enough, you know, because some people will literally play the game for 8 hours. Now, if you're the kind of player who I think the game developers are really okay with, which is the kind of player that will consume as much as they want, as quick as they possibly can, and then basically be like, oh, I consumed all that is there. That was awesome. I'll come back whenever there's new content, and you leave. Most people don't do that. Most people want to keep consuming. You know, it's like leaving while still hungry. You're like, yeah, but I want more. And the developers are like, but we don't have any more yet. And then people start getting antsy. They start getting like frustrated with the fact that there's not enough to play, or that we need more. And then the developers are like, well, we can't produce it that fast. So I can see the idea that it can have there. I don't think it's executed to optimize for that idea. I think it's much more executed to optimize for the idea of like FOMO, fear of missing out. So the fact that like every day you have to come back, I think is what it's optimized for, not necessarily to stop. It's kind of probably for both, but I think it's way more optimized for people who are just wanting to make it so that you feel like you have to get in to make your 2 feet of progression, you know. Also, that consistency creates a pattern of addiction, I think, way more. So I think it's, as much as that I think is the good developers' conundrum and the question they're trying to solve for versus the shitty microtransaction hellscape that is like trying to get you to spend money on the game and trying to get you addicted as much as possible. That's, I think, what the game's optimized for. But yeah. But also, again, I do think there are, to me, it makes sense in some ways. I don't think one of the things I liked about Genshin was feeling progression even like at 2 months in, because weekly bosses were limited and everybody was kind of stuck at that loop. It is shitty for people who want to get into the game. I wish there was a way to kind of like super gain ground again, like maybe get like you're able to carry like 5 weeks worth of like boss clears. Each week it resets. You're able to keep 5 of those. It resets it for a go. That to me makes sense, because it did feel kind of cool all being at the same progression point as you're all doing the bare minimum and getting to somewhere. The idea of you not, like, when you want to keep playing, you can't play. I think the best example, or the best way to format it, would be to account for the fact that yes, people are ravenous, but again, I think a lot of streamers would have been pretty content if the Serenity Pot was formatted in a way that costed, like, it was excessively expensive, kill coins wise, or Amora wise, like just very expensive. But you could always do like a couple end game activities that would constantly give you maybe even diminishing returns of money. That way, for people who want to stream the game and who want to play, there's something for you to do, but there's clearly a point where the developers are saying, slow down, you're consuming way too quickly, which I feel like diminishing returns can do. But also not with everything. Like, you should be able to build some characters, you should be able to keep playing, but I understand the idea of them being like, we don't want people to get to like max level immediately, because then people will be wanting us to make crazy content and we need time to do that. So here's a way to kind of make you guys slow down. That to me seems fair. I think the diminishing returns each week would make sense, and also would give some incentive to do that with, but anyways, I'm catching up chat. Sorry, that was an interesting thought experiment, I guess. What's good, Azel? Sorry, I didn't say hi sooner. What's good, Azel? Azel says, hello, everyone. What's good, Azel? Spark says, Call of Duty Championship. Oh, shit, I didn't see that one. No. How did that turn out, man? Is it like Warzone? Because that probably is sick as hell. I remember they're like, even the back in the day, the COD things were insane. People who had like such excessive reaction time and whatnot, wild. But I can imagine Warzone being even crazier, like amount of strategy and like dropping down at specific points and like getting specific gear and all that stuff, and then the RNG of getting crazy weapons and having to work around that if you didn't. Whew, that'd be crazy. What happened, Sparks? How was it? Exhilarating? What's good, Ray Nate? Ray Nate says, hello, Grim and chat. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Ray Nate, we're talking about ZZZ, as well as the whole microtransaction hellscape. It's kind of been set in stone by Diablo Immortals, which is a little shitty. Lone Ticket says, I just want to play all the characters. Yeah, me too, man. I wish it was an open beta. Just let you mess around a little bit, Azel says, a winter hat, pretty much. Oh, really? A toque? Like, that's what Canadians call it. It's like a toque, like a winter hat. That's creepy? I feel like a toque, not that creepy. Well, maybe for some people, but I feel like a toque is pretty chill. I feel like a fedora, it has a whole history with it. But like a toque don't seem that bad. Yeah, I feel like it's the same thing as a hat. You're like a person wearing a cap, like a baseball cap. Like, fuck that guy. Why? Also, there's those one things that like, what do you call it? They're like, I don't know. I always think of them as like Beaver Lodge, beaver pelt hats. It's like that, like a beaver, but it's like whatever it's called. It's like a weird hat with floppy ears. I think it's like Russian almost. Looks like it's made by that. It's got like ear flaps and like a flap you can like drop down. You guys know what I'm saying. Also, I have coffee I should drink. Also, I wish I could show you guys gameplay. There is that exists, but I'm worried that I'll get copyright claimed because I don't know what content is fair use, or if not somebody else's. So, yep. Oh, Lone Syndicate says, I am not sure if there is co-op, but I am saying I shall fight for either Nicole or Maya. What descriptors? Nicole is pink hair lady. Maya B? Who's that? Who's that? Who is Miami? Yeah. I should have just have their names up somewhere. My fucking schnoz is just hella just locked up. My thing has dust all over it again. Lone Snake says, so in Holoverse, other than Honkai, there is this style known as shard system, and it basically works like this. You can get X amount of shards to get that character, or if you already have that character, you can level up the rarity / rank. And why is that bad? So if you can have X amount of shards, and the shard lets you get the character and level up the character's rank? What's wrong with that? I think that's similar to Tower Fantasy. I thought Tower Fantasy had something similar where you can buy duplicates of the character getting constellations, or like getting, yeah. But you could also craft them. So, yeah. Raynade says, hello. Hello. Well, how are you doing, Raynade? So sorry to not ask. How are you doing? Hopefully doing okay. Let me know about how was your day. Are you excited for ZZZ or not even on your radar? Probably not even on your radar. Azel says, Fallout 4. I got every ending and got all of the magazines and bobbleheads and all the unique weapons. I was saying a Scully is pretty much a winter hat. Anyone can look creepy in certain yeah, it's true. Yeah, just like a black hat, maybe. I will say, yeah, even like there's an example of a person wearing like a fedora outfit, but just handsome, and then someone's like, that doesn't count. Like I used to always say that I really dislike the like bowl piercing when I seen it on a couple of my female friends, and I was like, why? Do what you want to do, look lovely, but it doesn't resonate with me at all. It looks weird. It's the piercing that goes right through the septum or the nose or whatever. Like this part of the nose, not like here, but like this on some ladies. And it's like a trend that's just ravenous. Everyone loves it. Every female is like, that's it, and uses it. And I'll power to them. I'm not, yeah. But for me, it never hit. But then I seen someone who was extremely pretty have it, and I thought, okay. And I was like, no, you're just beautiful. It's just fucking my whole shit up, all right? No. Also, this iced coffee is delicious. Lone Syndicate says, Maya B is the cat girl standing next to the blue Oni. Really? The cat girl? Interesting, Lone Syndicate. I would not have thought. I thought the cat girl to me is kind of similar to this person, the short-haired white girl. Although I love the bob cut, just it's not it for me. Yeah, I don't know. The cat girl, the cat person, I maybe it's just that like Genshin with all this stuff. I've just seen plenty of like cat adjacent characters. You know what I mean? Like, why not be like a monkey hybrid or something? You know, let's change it up. Anything. But instead, it's like, no, here's a cat, and I'm like, okay, sure, I guess. Nah. Take a note out of a show called Killing Bite. Okay, where like there's just a bunch of waifus basically that are all different animal hybrids and shit. Lone Syndicate says that can be bad because the amount of shards can be a lot, and that's even one more thing that you can throw into the gacha system. I won't tell you the amount of times I thought I got a character and was just shard pieces for the character. Oh, I see. Yeah. That's a little shit. So you're saying like instead of getting like a character. Like in Genshin, it's simple. You would get a character, you'd see it pop up, and then you'd be like, got it. And then you would see it pop up again, you'd like, got it. So eventually you'd get like the initial character. You'd be like, I got the character. But then in order to get constellations for that character, you would just get shards. But the shards are like a random static number. So it might take you not 7 pulls to get a 4-star character all the way up, but instead like 30 pulls or 30 versions. Is that what you're meaning? So it can get like even exponentially worse? That makes sense if it's not scaled like constellations. But yeah. I'm so surprised that games like this though haven't capitalized on the like I feel like a game that was more like fair and reasonable with like the gacha system and etc. but went hard in the paint for like cosmetics and such. Like Genshin has not done the cosmetic thing to yeah, well, like not as much as I think it should. Like I know so many people who would probably drop money on a Bennett skin. I know so many people who would drop money on the Zhongli skin when it dropped. Maybe it's because it's scarce, but I think you could get by with like doing not only the gacha but also the monetary skins, but also making the gacha less shitty and maybe more like optimal because you're getting two monetary sources from two sources, I guess. Yeah. Radiant says, haven't had much to eat today. Ooh. What do you normally eat, Radiant? I've been eating a little tiny like pizzas essentially, which are delicious. And it's like the simplest meal ever. It's just like a burrito circle, essentially. Hamburger. You fold that bitch. You can put some like cheese in it. You put some sauce in it, maybe. Throw that in like the oven. It heats up. Also, do you guys know how fucking bomb something called like it's basically like a fan oven, like a wind oven. It's weird, but basically it's just like an oven that like it's pocket size, like this big, and it basically just pumps air through like these funnel holes. It just like constantly starts cooking. It cooks things way faster, as well as it cooks like the outside of stuff way quicker. I love it. It's like a microwave that doesn't make everything gross, whichever is heated up. You know what I mean? What's good, Nanny? Out of all these characters, what is your team? Out of all, let it go by a couple times and give me descriptors for the one you choose, aka tiny red God of War girl, Oni person, Kaching Virgil Katana cat wolf thing, cute maid of death, and chainsaws. The bear man, basically Red Hood with spiky hair, and machete girl, green machete girl, white-haired machete girl, we'll say, and I think that's it. Oh, right, also drill guy. There's drill guy. Let me know which one is. You have 3 of them on a team. What is your team? Azel says, I can them bull. Oh, you call them bull piercings? Yeah. I understand. Yeah. I used to call them that too. Then they got mad at me. I was like, okay, I guess. One thing it says, and then the shards can also be hard to obtain for F2Ps. Oh, I see. Yeah. So you have to spend. Okay, I can see that. Anything that makes it like so you have to spend money in the game seems innately. I feel like that's something that Genshin did really well. It's like Genshin is. You could give it a lot of credit, or you could like really talk to like the mental aspect of things. But like, yes, Genshin did give you like the ability to get a 5-star pretty acceptably. If you're just patient, you could get one. Like maybe 3 weeks of playing, 4 weeks of playing, constantly doing your dailies, you'd be able to make a good try and get probably a couple wishes. Hopefully you luck out, you get something, you get some side characters to chew on. In the meantime, you'll eventually get there. But with the would also just be played devil's advocate. I'm sure Genshin knows, especially with having so much research done into Honkai and whatnot, that it is probably way more valuable to keep a person like FOMO, keep a person in your game's environment, because eventually, maybe they'll get like they'll get their paycheck finally, and then they'll be like, ooh, well, because I keep coming back into this game. And also, the more hours you spend in a game for a lot of people, the more it's easier to justify, okay, I'll spend a little bit. And sometimes when you spend it once, you're kind of, there's an adage in business called, like the only thing that really matters is the first sale. And as long as the person makes the first sale and is even remotely satisfied, you're won. Like the reason why that exists is because there's this built-in idea of like, if you've ever looked at something online, like a shop, like say you're interested in buying like a katana, who knows, just like a wooden katana, because you thought, it'd be cool on my wall, maybe I want to train with it, whatever. You go to this website and you see that there's one there for a reasonable price. There's this thing in a lot of people's brains, which is like, well, is this a shitty website? Is it going to ship to me well? And there's just a lot of doubt. Whereas a lot of people have made a purchase on Amazon. So if you go search it up on Amazon, you're like, oh, there it is. And because you've already bought it from Amazon, you know it ships to you. You know it got there. You know you're able to track it. You know you're able to do all that stuff. You have this weird trust for the system that you're betting on. So you're willing to do it. So like even just the fact that like I think the first time I was considering spending money in Genshin, I was like, I'm not really sure if I want to. I don't know what this is. Not only is it extremely intuitive and easy to spend money, like just put your card in there, put the money there, hit send. Thank you, sir. Here's your money. It's just like super fast, super easy, done quickly, and you throw it in there, and yeah, it's one of those weird things of being super seamless, super easy, but also after I did that, I had no resistance to spend more money in the game because I've already done the process. I already know what it is, and I already know how to do it, and it worked out. I wasn't unsatisfied necessarily with my Welkin Moon purchase, which was what it was. So I was like, okay, and as soon as you break that threshold, you're kind of stuck in it, you know what I mean? So I think that's what Genshin is doing in regards to like keeping the free-to-play people kind of in the space by giving them Primo Gems consistently, because eventually they might want to spend, and if they spend once, then if they get their paycheck, then they're more easily able to rationalize, okay, well, I already spent money in this, I already know the process works, I could dedicate $10, and then that could develop into more, given there's certain hype and aspects of the characters that they like, etc. So it kind of feeds into itself like a, I don't know if it's an innately toxic system, but yeah, it's just like anything in the world. Like, people are trying to gamify you. It's on you to kind of pace yourself out and make sure you're aware of what the outcome is of what your actions cause, I guess. But anyways, enough of that bullshit. Enough of that preachy nonsense. BC says, oh, I've heard of that. Air fryer is what it's called. I heard that it's much better for you as well. Oh, really? I didn't know it was much better for you. That's awesome. I'm jealous. I won't. Actually, I was shocked, BC. I thought it'd be like a lot of money. The one we got was more expensive because it's bigger, but I think it was like $150, $120, $150, something like that, which is it's still a sizable amount of money, but it's like 2 games. It's yeah. But yeah, I was blown away that it actually, like, it's so good at cooking so much fat. I'm in love with it, man. It's like, especially if you're a bachelor, like, just having like, or even just don't like, it makes things really easy to cook and fast. Like, something like 12 minutes, or like, yeah, 12 minutes to like heat up that little, what is it called, hamburger thing. Although of course the hamburger's pre-cooked, but anyways, same thing with those little pizzas. It's like, it's just fucking the best. And again, when you cook something in the microwave, it gets all like gooey and like just seems like you're eating radiation, like just not good. Whereas this one, it just, everything's nice and crispy and like just ooh, it's so good. Lone Singlet says, yeah, something like that, Grin. Or you could need like 60 shards to get a character, then another 60 to rank up yeah. Okay. Oh wait, so you like level and whatnot? Okay, that's weird. So does the character start at like, I feel like with a system like that, Lone Seneca, you could start by getting like a character that's maybe like a 4-star, but then rank it up enough to where it would become a 5-star, and then maybe get like a new outfit or something, and that'd be like the carrot to chase. Is like, it's actually about getting like 50 of these characters, and the reason why that's less bad is because you feel like you're making progression, maybe because you see bars filling up and like, oh, I'm almost there to the point where she's able to get a new outfit and that a new whatever, you know, but you're still able to dip into like the play style of them maybe. But yeah, I could see how they could gamify that maybe. Ray Nate says, I've been having a bunch of stuff recently, mainly burgers. Ooh, burgers are so good, man. Burgers are like pizza to me. I feel like I could eat probably for like a month before I start getting sick, you know? Well, a month is too much. Maybe like 2 weeks. 2 weeks before I start getting sick, you know? Alonso says, oh no, wait, Ray Nate also says, I had some chicken attendees last night. Man, I feel like chicken strips are like, especially maybe now with the air fryer, they're less shitty, but I felt like chicken strips, man, are always one of those weird things where the amount of times you bite into it and you're like, tastes kind of rubbery. The meat doesn't taste right. You know, you're like, oh. Now also maybe buying some dicey things, but yeah. You know what's just my favorite thing, man? But it costs so much every time I go to KFC or every now and again. Fucking popcorn chicken. Popcorn chicken's still fucking delicious. Pop those things in your mouth. They're basically like more crispy version of tendies. Okay, chicken tendies. I don't know why. A lot of people like chicken nuggets. I'm not a big fan of chicken nuggets. I like popcorn chicken way more. Make it worse for me. Put a big ass amount of batter and like yeah. I want to feel that crunch. You know what I mean? I feel like popcorn chicken is the leveled up version of chicken nuggets. Loziget says, then you can rank up like 4 to 6 depending on the original rank of the cat. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends. I think it's just like, it's a system that I could see it being scaled really shittily, but as long as it was like every single legendary you got, like every single legendary character you got would still basically give you the net amount of money to get to the end. Or even, it could actually be pretty good. Say if it required, like, you could, maybe you get like one 5-star character initially, And then basically, if you got another 5-star character, you'd be able to get 2 constellations from that character. Maybe having like 8 in total. You'd be able to get 2 of the constellations for that 5-star. But as soon as you get past the 5th constellation of that character, it starts getting exponentially more pricey. That way, if you're a free-to-play person, you could actually capitalize on a lot of the initial value first, and that would be a point of communication with content creators, being like, if you keep wishing on this character, there's a lot of value to get early on if you're able to get copies. Not to say like, yeah, you know, I think that could be good, because that way it would give more of like extending the olive branch to like free to play, or not just people who can't spend like shit tons of money on getting multiple 5-stars, because I don't hate that idea, you know, especially if you're like, again, you got 2 of a character and you're able to get like 3 constellations deep into a character. That's not bad, you know. If of course the constellations made any difference at all, which is also, you know, tough. You don't want to put too many things behind constellations at all, but I think the best example to me of constellations being well done is what's his name? Kazuha, where like he's perfectly optimal and fine by himself, but his first 2 constellations are like pretty goddamn nice, you know. Beastie says, "Ooh, tendy." I love that. Like chicken tendies is such a like an instantly known thing. Again, I think popcorn chicken above for me. But then again, I'm also Canadian, you know. Tim Hortons kind of have the whole Timbit things, which is just donut holes essentially. Nanny says Electro Sword, Big Gun Girl, and Akibi dude. You talking about the gun guy, Big Sword Girl, Beastie? Yeah. Oh no, it's Nanny. Nanny, that's hilarious, Nanny. You've done the same thing as Beastie. The same thing as Beastie. Beastie said the same. Big. Oh no, you said Big Gun Girl. Okay, Beastie said Big Sword. Girl with sword. And I was like, what the fuck, Beastie, please. Or was it? I think it was Beastie who said that. Anyways, but okay, Nanny is Electro Sword Girl Kaching. Okay, I believe. No wait, is that right? I think that's right. Kaching looks more of like a less electricity, more like cryo. Electro sword person, huh? You guys really go with like combat, not like general look, huh? Drill guy, none of these guys. She looks. Which one? I don't know, man. What were the other ones? Big Gun Girl. Girl with pink hair girl with big old assets. Yes, suitcase girl. That's right. She fucking people up with suitcase, but kind of I guess morphs into a gun. Oh, is she the Electro Girl? Okay, yeah, no, okay. Really? I don't know why. I did not get hit by this one. I did not get hit by this person. Is she just like super charming? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you guys have seen like gameplay where she's communicating and she's like awesome. Just personality-wise stacked to the deck. But right now she kind of just looks like a default character, I guess. Especially considering with everyone else looking insane. And what is Akimabo? Is this guy? I would assume this guy is the Akiba dude. So okay. So you're getting short hair girl, blonde girl, or no, sorry, pink hair girl, and this guy maybe. Okay, interesting. Okay, that makes sense. You don't like the Oni, Nanny? The Oni girl looks fucking rad, dude. I am what? Anyways. Hazel says, yep. Once you spend money, it's hard not to do it again. Yeah. Or even just the idea that it's you trust in the system, right? You trust in the process, essentially. Whereas beforehand, it's always like, is this site legit, or like how is customer service, all that stuff. So if you can get one purchase, then the people are like, hey, it worked out last time, or you know, that's why Amazon is so shitty and clever, is that they made it. They basically, I think it's like coming out right now. Probably get worse in the next couple of years, probably, but they kind of like dominated the market by having like crazy good deals. And then they're now just like Netflix slowly starting to ratchet things up. Like, hey, go to Amazon Prime, a little bit more money, just a little more money. Oh, we're making Amazon Basics, so like everything's coming from us, so we're just getting all the profit. Yeah. Oh, we can keep playing it. Go with that. Sadly, I know this. Yeah, Hazel, I know. I also succumb to it too. I've always been pretty good about like, oh, I'm clearly like this. There's a point where I just should stop, you know, spending money. But I do feel myself be like, why don't I trust this website? You know, and I'm like, seems like it's got reviews. I'm always the person though, when I always do that thing where like type into Google, like, is this website trusted? And there's like this helpful websites are like, it's a scam or something. I'm like, thank God, because I kind of look at niche things like a carbon fiber fucking hammer or something for like some sort of ballistics training. I don't know. Nanny says, just got C4 Duluth. Oh, goddamn, Nanny. Are you happy about it or not happy about it? I feel like I'm not going to pollute the pool here. But I would imagine not happy about it. Because, well, maybe. No, you have a choice. Never mind. I was about to say, no, yeah, you have a choice. Oh, wait, no, maybe you were going for Kazuha and you got the off banner. I don't know how that would work. Yeah, no, because you'd still get the standard banner. But Duke is in the standard banner. Duluth is still in the standard banner. Hazel says, oh, yes, an air fryer and rice cooker are worth it. Yeah, the rice cooker, man. Hazel, how is rice bad for you? I've heard people say it is. I've heard people say it isn't. I find rice, I love it. Love rice. I love bread. I love all of it. But I find I don't feel energetic at all after eating it. Even if I eat a little bit, I still feel well spent. I don't know if it's just like, I wish they could give you like some sort of pill to take with it. It's like, hey, this will help with whatever the fuck this is going on. And people say, oh, you need to eat brown rice. And I'm like, it tastes like shit. And also I feel destroyed afterwards. So it's just like a loss, you know? Hazel says, so many dishes you could make. Dude, so many. I'm like, it's so fun because I'm like, ooh, I could have some nachos. That's kind of easy though. But like, I'm also thinking, like again, chicken tendies, popcorn chicken, all these things that like normally are just the whole ass. Like, I gotta get out of fucking, I gotta put them in a pan. I gotta shove it in there. I got this giant fucking pan that I gotta clean as well. It's just like, just like, where I could just be like, boom, close, on, walk away. And then I come back and my food is just fucking crispy, dude. Just crispy. Also, you can cook things and it keeps like the juice in chicken really well as well. But yeah, it's not an advertisement for the air dryer or air cooker. Lone Singing says, well, in Honkai, some of the characters' abilities are locked. And they're reg. That's fucky. That's not good. That's yucky. I could see like stat gains, like this character does more critical hit damage when you get more hits or something, you know, or it gets more attack speed when you land the 4th hit. Lone Syndicate says, no, I read that. Hazel says, you like KFC? Not really. I like the Big Crunch and the popcorn chicken. I don't like most of it. The chicken tastes slimy to me, and yeah, but I like the Big Crunch and the popcorn chicken, and also chicken strips. Chicken strips are also pretty good. But also, I find that all of those are kind of hard to fuck up. Although, Hazel, you want to know a fucked up story, man? We went to this horrible KFC that was near us, but it was awful. It just looked like it was in the real bad part of the neighborhood, etc. I remember I had the burger, and this is how I'm just an animal. I was really okay. I had a burger. I set it down. I think I ate it. I might not have. I don't know. Okay, here's that. So there's a burger there. It's Big Crunch. It came from KFC. Came from this sketchy place. I set it down, and then I look, and I notice that there's this thread going away from my burger. I follow the thread. It is a giant mayonnaise-soaked slug that I think fell out of my burger. Fun fact, the place where we got it was later shut down because of some, I would assume, pest problem. Anyways, I think I ate the burger after it. Because I was like, fuck it. I don't know. I think maybe I cut it off. I feel that's a little too savage for me. I'll be honest. I'm not a big germ guy. But that's a little fucking tapeworm situation. I don't know what I did. I think I feel like the story might have went, I took off the wrap of it. I set it down. I ate it. And then I think as I had like a little bit left, I seen the thread. That makes more sense because I think it came off of the thing. Because that's why I was still like, did this come from here or did this just fall off somewhere? And why would it be covered in mayonnaise? I don't know. I was trying not to think that I just maybe ate a bunch of worms. It was rough. Anyways, yeah. I'm not sure if that's all KFC, but definitely, you know, that one was not a good idea. I don't know. Go and eat a lot. So, ew. Also, that was like a long time ago. It was like 5 years ago. So maybe I'm still infected with parasites. Rough. But, Azel says, then again, you live in Canada, right? Yeah, no, I live in Canada, Alberta specifically. Yes. We don't have a lot of, we don't have what is it called? What's that burrito? I love nachos, tacos, everything else between. Taco Bell. A lot of people love. I had something called, what's like Taco Bell's like bastardized cousin? I don't know what it's called. I don't know. It's like another type of Bell thing, I think. Not Taco Bell. I thought it was like the Taco Bell for Canadians, but I don't know what it is. I remember I told you guys what it was. I forget what it was. Damn it, God damn it. BC says, I wonder how many seasons of Tower of God we'll get. I'm super far into the webtoon, but haven't watched the anime. Just I hope they didn't change too much. Oh, I don't think they'll change a lot. I think the first season's pretty on the mark, right? I don't think they changed much. If anything, they just took some parts out because it was like a lot. But I don't think they'll change anything, Beastie. I am curious because I'm really hopeful that we'll get another Shield Hero Season 3 faster than we did. A reason why I bring that up is because I feel like it's the same, both successful series, but one took a fucking long time to get a Season 2, same as Tower of God. But I would really hope that we at least get another 24 episodes, or we at least get some seasons like back-to-back in years, because it's constantly, it loses me why a series that I think is excessively successful doesn't get like a ton of support put back into it so that it can maintain its popularity by, like, I think one of the best examples of that is weirdly Black Clover. I know a lot of people don't like the show, but fuck me dead if that show did not capitalize like on creation. Some of the animation's not that good. Some people didn't resonate with the story, but they just were able to make it so that it was consistently there, where I think every week people were like, fuck it, I'll watch some Black Clover, fuck it, and then eventually people were like, I'm actually kind of into it because it's constantly in my space. And like, I think Shield Hero being gone for such a long time didn't help. And then the fact that it's coming back for Season 2 and it's only 12 episodes, despite like there's such a fucking love for this. Like a great example is Overlord. I think they came out at the same time, but yet Overlord was making shit happen. But that's also because the people who make Overlord, it's like fucking like a stacked, it's like called like Bonework or something, Studio Bone or something. It's fucking nuts. But they also, that's the thing that sucks about studios, is that like sometimes they want to make a sequel, but they have these other IPs that they want to capture because their licensing is about to expire or something, so they kind of have to quickly do that instead. So that's also an example of why sometimes it gets delayed, but I hope we get a lot of it, because I fucking love Tower of God. It's like up there for one of, I can't, it's like it's such a show that I feel like is the closest thing to like witnessing kind of like an art. Like some shows you're like, they're like, it's funny, it's so specific to my interest, I love it. Other animes, like this show genuinely is just gorgeous. Like I always, oh man, I know I told you guys one of the best song I could ever suggest and I loved the most is the Tower of God soundtrack. It's one of the songs in there. There was another one that I found that was just awesome. Just it had that same like shakes your human soul kind of like harmony and like a tremor to it. I wanted to show it to you guys. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. Also, Beastie, on the topic of Tower of God, do you know how long is it until Bomb reunites with his team? Because I know I looked into a lot of like spoilers to what happened. How long does it take for Bomb to meet his people again? I know Bomb basically changed but yeah, I hope it doesn't take a millennia for him to get back. But I think they're gonna do that shit where they're showing you two things. Also, at least when he comes back, he's gonna be an animal. At least there's that. That's a little bit of a tiny spoiler. Fluff says, yeah, I was about to say, Fluff, who is your top 3 characters you're gonna rock? Fluff says, Anby, Nicole, and Billy is who I meant. Oh, also, Fluff will probably Fret? Oh. I don't, okay. Raynade says, oh yeah, speaking of Genshin stuff, I randomly got Yoimiya C1 the other day. Wasn't even close to pity. Nice, at least that's it. That's a nice free pity. I will say her C1 to me, I think it's her alt, right? And her alt is, it's the best thing ever. It's just, she just, the best. I'm seeing so many videos of people be like, they're the best. And that she can be extremely good. But the weapon, it's one thing that pisses me off. I see nobody, and if the person does, who you've seen, who says the weapon is super important, awesome. I've seen very few people mention how her 80% damage weapon or her same type thing, legendary 80% weapon, is really helpful to have with her. Fluff says Big Bear. Okay, thank you. So I was going to say, hey man, Flav, can you explain? Fluff says Big Bear, Little Bear, and Wolf Butler. Who's Little Bear? Who's Little Bear? Is Little Bear a thing? Or is Little Bear... I know Big Bear. What the fuck is Little Bear? Oh, is Little Bear the tiny one? Fluff, you don't feel anything when you see the Oni? God, the Oni is my shit, dude. I can't describe her. Got her hairstyle, everything. Who is Tiny Bear? Is Tiny Bear a legit character? I thought he was just a mascot. I'm getting lost. Big Bear, Little Bear, Wolf Butler are my ideal trio, aka Ben. Big Bear, Little Bear. What the fuck is Little Bear? This Little Bear? This little bunny, it looks like. Who the fuck is Little Bear? I feel like I would have seen a Little Bear. That's not a bear. That's not a bear. That's not a bear. Oh, I see. She has little fucking bear horns. I see. So she is a little bear. Little tiny redheaded person. Gotcha. Kind of hard to determine, but that is a little bear, I guess. There's our little horns. We got there, Fluff. I'm at the middle of chat. I haven't seen the newest comment, so I could not see you probably being like, it's the redheaded girl. It's the God of War, tiny pint-sized redhead. Every time I see her, she reminds me of one of the Archons. I think we were able to see it with like the Fire Archon, I think, or the Fire Archon areas, a person. I was 5 wishes away from when I got Kazuha on the previous banner. Yeah, god damn it, that's great. That's just a win-win-win. Fluff says I like the look of Anbi, Electro Sword Girl, Kachin, gotcha. To Akago Blue Oni looks great, but I'm not a fan of the weapon design. Yeah, the giant, like, oh, I love it actually. I kind of like it too. It's like a giant fucking cleaver almost, like a two-handed stick cleaver, like a polearm cleaver situation. I will say I'm not getting this bit. I can let people love the green-haired or green machete person, and I'm a little like, okay, it's interesting. Also, does she combine both of her like tools into make a giant fucking hammer? Kind of rad. Fluff says, Keldy and Ben have a team up ultimate, which is only one I've seen thus far. So all the more reason that I want those two, and that's the bear and the pint-sized bear / redheaded girl. Also, howdy, Fluff. How are you, Fluff? How are you doing? Fluff came in here. I'm like, did I just ignore Fluff for like the whole time? No, he just came in. Okay, he's just here. Jeez. Nicole is a vacuum, so I could see her being super useful in gathering up the mobs to quickly dispatch them. Okay. What do you call Fluff? My team is Blue Oni person, guy with spiky hair, red jacket, guns, aka Red Hood. Or like, you know, the red jacket, it makes me think of Red Hood. And then, what was the other one? I'm blanking. And Maid Girl. A Buzz Axe maid person. I feel like that'll be a good split too, because I think the Oni is going to be very DPS, slow and tanky. And then I feel like the Maid Girl is going to be maybe support based with like stupid AoE. I think the gun guy is just going to be a good like range damage, like a lighter damage. So we're going to have fast attacking light, like Bullet King, and then we're going to have slow attacking Oni. It's going to be a nice mix, I hope. And then we're going to have crazy AoE, I think, with the Maid as well. Because she just looks like she just kind of throws around this giant like blade on a stick. It looks like. Azel says, I mean, everything is bad for you in one way or another. I seen a post where they were talking about how toothpaste could give you cancer. So at this point, I don't care. I just want no, absolutely. I think also that was one of the weirder things that like I've it's like a consistent thing that I've seen throughout my throughout a lot of the test cases for like longevity and that kind of stuff, which is genuine dopamine release happiness. I don't know. I mean, if you're on cloud 9 by eating rice, maybe, but like genuine, like people who had like pizza and like they fill their brain with like like stress. To me, stress and negative shit seems to really play a part in your, like I think there's even a thing like the fact that, they show how like chess players can just lose a shit ton of calories or burn calories just by thinking. So I think there's something to be said for if you're always stressed all the time, it probably taxes your body's desire to want to fight and live, you know. But yeah, I remember the whole cancer thing, man. I remember hearing when deodorant was causing that, and I was just like, is it not like the $1 million companies who are pumping like a bunch of bad shit in the air and like and like, you know, eat plastic and shit being in your body maybe or whatever? I don't know. It just seems like there's kind of more bigger fish to fry, essentially. Azel says, and when I make rice, sometimes I put mushrooms or a whole ass tomato while cooking. Ooh, yeah, I can see a really good time like flavoring it. Like I feel like it'd be easy to flavor, like especially with that air purifier, because I feel like it pushes all the flavor around almost and like steeps it in it. But because it's not, it's like what do you call it? Like flavor or steam tends to boil upwards and like get your top of your oven all fucked up, but the fact that like that air is pushing it back down, like slamming it back in there. And yeah, for me, it's less here in Chicago. KFC is no, it is. No, I agree. I think if you have you ever tried KFC popcorn chicken and also the Big Crunch, because those ones I feel like they're real good. But I will say, to me, I don't really understand the love for KFC chicken. It just tastes like super greasy, and yeah. Now, granted, I think KFC was doing something that was like, you were going to get a heart attack, but it was delicious. It was like KFC, but they put a bunch of batter on it so that it was like the most crispy chicken you've ever seen. Like, it was just, oof, can't, like, that will kill you. That will kill you, actually. But it was a little bit of stress to the body. Maybe it could be good. And yeah, for me, here it is. Disgusting. Popeyes is the champ for me. We don't have Popeyes, you don't think? Yeah, shitty. We have a little bit of one. We have what's it called? The one burger place, Five Guys. We have Five Guys. We also have like, we don't have many. We have like classic. I feel like Wendy's to me will always be my like, it's the one that always hits and also doesn't make me feel shit afterwards, which is just peak. What's good stitched? It's a Logan Aztegan, like Azkaban or Azkaban? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Azkaban. Okay. Azkaban? Why are you talking about my ass, Stitch? Anyways, hi. How are you? Basically says, oh wow, Bakugo from My Hero actually did. Really? That's insane. I thought it was a meme. Yeah, the meme came true. I thought that was a meme. That's kind of sad. Is he dead, like gone? The creator's like, yeah. That's a little unfortunate. Why? Is it tied, Beastie? Is it tied to Deku having like that quirk, like that guy who's like always behind him, who looks very similar to the other explosion? This man. That's a little sad. That's a little upsetting. I don't really like that. Wish it would have been a happy ever after. Although, in a way, I could see the author basically like having queued up Bakugo for kind of needing to like in a weird way repent. Although I feel like most people are like, no, he kind of repented enough. He kind of like, that's just who he is. You know, you kind of have to have ups and downs. But I feel like I could see the author being like, you guys forgetting how he like viciously bullied the shit out of a bunch of people for a lot of time. But also, to me, that was the nice aspect. Bakugo seemed like the person that was like an example of a person denying their lot in life. You know, the fact that he had like a very destructive quirk and also had a personality type that was very confrontational but still desired to be a hero. You know, like that was a nice sentiment of him being like this this guiding light essentially. But yeah. How freaking dare I love I like Black Clover too. I just know there's a lot of people, and I think Black Clover won over a lot of people as well. Some people not so much, others yes. Oh God, Twitter going wild. That's not healthy, but it is hilarious. What is? Azel says, "Oh, have you seen the roster for Chainsaw Man? Some huge names for the development. I haven't. The Chainsaw Man like anime. I've just seen like clippets of it, but all the combat looks sick. I can't wait to watch. That's on everyone's like, oh my God kind of list. Everyone's gonna, I think, enjoy that one. Heavy hitters. Yeah, I don't know the names in the space as much. I can usually just look at a show and be like, okay. Like as much as there's a video coming out tomorrow at 12 p.m. my time. It's currently 6:30 p.m. right now. But yeah, it'll be coming out tomorrow. Me talking about Trapped in a Dating Sim. That show does so many fun idea stuff right. But there is no doubt in my mind that it did not have a budget. Like there's plenty of times where you'll see the character go. It's a still image and just the mouth moving, and you're like, ooh, we could not afford that much frame, eh? BC says, dude, I always read his name as Bam. Yeah, Bam. Bomb. I find it hard to. For whatever reason, I remembered it as there's like a god I think called Ball. Is that right? Ball or Bomb? Maybe it's Bomb. I thought there was like a god that reminded me of like it threw me off the first time I was watching the show. Is that like I think Ball is some sort of god. I don't know. Maybe it's in a game that I'm aware of. Like Bam, like that sound, it's spelled with two I don't know why. I just put them together. Yeah, no, it makes sense to me, man. It makes sense. Stitch says the Steam notification had dogs. Have I been clickbaited? No, he's upstairs. Ollie's asleep. At the end of the stream, I might show you all, and he's gonna be like, "Fuck off, bastard! I'm sleeping." I don't know if Duke is gonna want to come down. I do have to use the washroom, but yes, I'm sorry, Stitch. I'll not show you Duke. We did show him at one point in the stream, so it's not clickbait, but you missed it. I'll show you the one if you're able to stick it up. Fluff said, "Little Bear is the redheaded person." Yeah, I didn't see the thing until later. And she has a bear ear headband. Yeah, Lozig says GRINN is really trying to sell us on Blue Oni. I don't need to sell shit. I'm surprised that people are like, it's surprising to me that people have noticed the machete person, this person, and not the Oni, because the Oni to me looks like freakish. Like again, there's like this limit of like, to me the bear person doesn't stand out so much because it's just excessive. It's like a bear, it's crazy, but the fucking Blue Oni. To me, is like it's like that it's like that middle ground of like a human person, but having enough weird shit to where they stand out. Whereas some of the characters look so freakishly crazy that you're kind of like, it's so much I don't know. Okay, I'll just accept it and move on. Whereas Blue Oni to me looks clean as hell. Look at that. Look how cute that is. Come on. You got the short hair. Looks great. Got the fucking pierced ears. Got elf ears as well. Fucking rad. Also, she's wearing also she's got a little handprint on the damn neck thing. In fact, the more people who don't like her means the higher probability that I'll be able to play with her if there is any sort of co-op weirdness. Beezy says, I'm not sure exactly how long an anime, in anime terms, I would like it to be multiple seasons ahead, so I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Fluff says, I'd probably use Akago if I got her, but those aforementioned three and Arby and Anby are high on the priority preference. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, I feel like for me, if I were to have like a second hitter, I think it would be the redheaded girl. The tiny bear, otherwise known as. Corns has a buzzsaw. Corns has a buzzsaw, which is fun, but I don't like her being a crybaby. Otherwise, she would be the third bear character, as she has a teddy bear backpack. Is she crying all the time, or is she just emo goth? Because that's the vibe I got. But maybe depression, less fun. Stitch says, wait, Corinne is a Fire Emblem character with a chainsaw in Smash Bros. Crazy, is that the parallel? That's cute. BC says, it also depends on how much they've cut out if they're adding more since I last read. There's a good bit in between his return, though I want to go back and read up and refresh my memory, having a burning hatred for that human scum who just continues to stomp on people, hopes and dreams. She does some more heinous shit before Bomb comes back. Dude, I love it so much that, like, they do a good job where, like, in a lot of shows they do this, like, built-up tension lie where things are, like, progressing down a rabbit hole, and you're like, if only these fucking people knew. If only, and it just has you as a viewer, you're in this, like, anxious hatred loop, essentially. But in the show, they do a pretty good job about, like, the blue-haired kid just being, like, kind of just built in, like, you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And that kind of helps. It helps subdue the, like, fucking bastard monster, that there's really someone who's like kind of keeping tabs on her. I don't know if that actually continues to develop. It kind of developed at the very end where he was kind of like, I'll follow you, but I don't trust this shit. This doesn't seem right, you know? Also, I cannot wait for the reunion, because Bomb also doesn't look anything, well, I don't want to spoil too much, but Bomb is, yeah, no longer like a little cute little kid who's like, I don't know anything. He's like, I'm upset. I'm really mad all the time now. In fact, that's the one part I'm not super excited about season 2 that's probably going to have it. In fact, I kind of hope they do justice to that point, but not lull in it too much, because I think a lot of people would want to pick up where Bomb kind of left off and not be sitting in this kind of like, who are these fucking new characters? I'm in love with my dinosaur dude and dude with a suitcase, okay? Akato, Billy Kid, and Connor Corny are your trio then. I see the working. Blue Oni does some tanky. Billy gets some AoE and distance, and Corny can do sustained DPS and some melee AoE. Is Corny not like a healer at all? Is there no healer fluff? Or are you just getting knocked up and dead? Because, yeah. BC says, Crybaby Maid Lady is my favorite character now. So cute, but so deadly. Oh man, there's this. My brother keeps telling me about this this character that exists in the Demon Slayer movie or like anime, and it's like there's like this sister and this brother that are kind of merged, but he keeps telling me like these scenes where the brother is like, I'm so hideous, you have everything and I have nothing, oh my god, I look so gross. Like, and I just love that he was so down on himself so much, and like no self-esteem, but also was like powerful as shit. It was a cute thing. I can't wait to watch that anime. It's at the point where like I gotta wait until I have time, because we're gonna go nuts, I bet, when I watch it. Wendy's is number 1. My man Beastie. Beastie says, but I love their barbecue bacon burgers so much. Damn, I want one now. Yeah, me a spicy chicken sandwich. Fluff says, not a fan of the trope. Girl carries around a brutal weapon, yet cries and apologizes before shredding them to pieces. I kind of like it. As a Canadian, I approve. I approve. Beastie says, always cute. I agree. Not for me, but for different strokes and different folks. Yeah. Hazel says, repose. Oh, Grim, have you seen that we are getting Tower of God season 2? Yeah, no, I have seen. That's what me and Beastie are kind of talking about a little bit. I'm super excited, man. Super excited. I again, man, I hope we get more soundtrack, because like I don't think there's not even any anime that's even close for me that has like just beautiful sounds. Like, just it makes you feel like you're everything. I love it. I will say sometimes the dub, like electro, does get a little too electro for me, but I do like everything else. BC says, oh, I'm not sure. I just saw a video that says he did actually die, followed up by a Twitter comment going crazy over it, like unhealthy crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess to me, I don't really think that's right. I've seen some people have that perception of like people shouldn't be like bitching and moaning or like screaming or like saying the sky's falling. Although, I don't know. To me, I think that's like you've made a character lovable enough to where people have a reaction. I think that's probably good. Granted, people could make fun of the reaction, but I don't know. Yeah, I think like, 'cause he asked to me, I'm like, that's kind of sad. I bet that will be really shitty to see when it happens in the story. Bakugo finally, doing the thing, but I'm not gonna ruin my life over it. But I do understand that people have this emotional response, and at least that kind of makes sense, especially if you're. My Hero has been going on for a good bit, to where people are kind of getting more and more invested in what's happening. So I don't know. To me, I guess, as an artist, or like if you were gonna make something art wise, that's kind of a hope that you'd have, is to create something and create a character that's lovable enough, and is varied and unique enough to where people genuinely feel upset when they're gone, even if it's justifiable and made and had meaning. I wish I knew the sense though, Beastie. Was it people who were like upset because he died in a bad way, or because they just didn't want to see a character that they loved to be gone, I guess. For me, I think it's helpful, because I always like to know stuff like that, so I can put up my guard and be like, okay, it's gonna happen. I'll be probably a little bit sad. Hey Dookie, is Stitch still here? Come on, Dookie, come here. Come on, buddy. Come here. Come here. Nope, he's not having it. He's like, I'm fucking not having it. He actually might want me to let him out. We're about done anyway. He can survive 20 minutes, hopefully. If not, I'm cleaning up piss. Unlucky. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta use the washroom. Talk about yourself. Also, watch the thing. I hope I don't have to clean up piss or shit. I'm worried I feel like I might just go and be like, alright guys, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Or probably 5 minutes anyway. Hazel says, just for that GRINN, I'm going to use the Oni. Not happening. Not happening. I'll fight you. BC says, I'm not sure. I just want, I just saw a video that said, it said that. I never noticed her face. I love her mask. Yeah, I like how she puts the mask too. It's cute. Hazel says, just for the, Fluff says, my friend likes Lycon and Nakami. Probably will like Mayabi too, aka Wolf Butler. Thank you. Twin Tail Cat. Gotcha. Thank you so much, Fox Katana Fox. Thank you. Clean. All of it vivid in my mind. Got them all. They follow a thread also. Yeah. Fluff says, a friend of mine. Kindred spirit, otherwise known. Fluff says, Corina seems to be always on the verge of tears, so simply rub me the wrong way. But her gameplay looks good. Yes, I guess I don't know. Part of me wants to cheer people up, but I also understand that people are like, I'm tired. I'm already on the verge of fucking breaking. All right, I don't need more negativity in my life. Okay. The music said, "Fuck no, my boy is an edge lord now, but the most wholesome edge lord is so good." Oh yeah. Yeah, just say yeah. Bomb becomes like a little bit like. I think he's even doing that stupid shit where he's wearing a jacket without the sleeves blown. There is nothing more like stop. Just stop, please. It's like the same thing when people use like anime mannerisms while talking to not anime people, and you're just like, guy, it's not sounding like what you think it does. Stop. Oof. Hazel says, but one of my goals is to get some type of Oni tattoo, either old Japanese style or a demonic Oni. Okay, that's rad, Hazel. Yeah. I like the Oni thing a lot. To me, the old Oni, like Japanese tattoos, look almost, they look cool, but I feel like they're just like how do I put it? I've seen them so much, you know what I mean? That like I feel like in a way like they kind of look a little bit everything, but I feel like if you were to like take a modern day approach on like what an Oni would be, like again that's why I like the blue Oni so much, because she looks just like a little spice of this essentially, you know? Not the fucking tie or whatever, but just the idea of like having a horns with a face with the things with like crazy hair with all that to me works, you know. Whereas the classic Onis, I think based on Japanese mythos, are like giant fucking dudes with like crazy fucking weird tattoos on their chest with these giant fucking talons sometimes, like almost like orcs mix, like orc and a demon mix essentially. And I'm like, that's a little much. Okay. Or at least I've seen it a lot, I suppose. That's my main thing. But no, I think it's rad. I think, yeah, to me it reminds me of Joe Rogan's sleeves that I've seen in a while. He has a couple of those Oni type style things. Maybe that's why I think I kind of gotten in my head so much. BC says, "Oh, I don't know how far anime goes, I don't know how far the anime goes in. I'm sorry, I just spoiled. A little tiny core man has the best. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Most people are fine too." Fluff says, not sure if ZZZ has co-op or PvP. Instead, it's more of a roguelike dungeon crawler. Weird. I'm not sure if I love that as much, but I guess that could be fun. It's funny because, you know, you'd think. but yeah. As Azel says, yeah, season 2. Also, man, we got, Azel, right? Are any of these tickling your hype, I guess? I was gonna say pickle, that seemed weird. But are you excited for D-Mache slash Is It Wrong to Have Girls in Dungeons season 2? We got season 2 of what the fuck is that goddamn called? The Devil Works as a Part-Timer. Clean. We got Overlord season 2. We got Mob Psycho last season. I'm gonna cry. And we got one more that I'm not thinking of. I don't know what it's called. Damn it. Fluff says, no one seems to be a healer per se. Oh, I see. Okay. But divers and artifacts might be answered to oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I thought it might be something. Like when you use your ult, you get a little bit of healing. That could be something. The first time I heard it being a roguelike. Yeah, I thought it was more like a Honkai kind of dungeon level clearer, I guess. Starting to lay down. BC says, that's the thing. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Okay, I gotta catch up on before that. BC says, Canadian stamp of approval. Underwear on head. Okay. Hazel says, but yeah, it was pretty much a roadkill. A grin. I'm going to stop you there. Listen to 91 Days Later soundtrack. It's awesome. For me, it's better than Tower of God. Is that the one with the weird? No, I think I Made in Abyss. You remind me at the end of the stream, and I'll do that. I'm not gonna remember. But I'm talking about 91 days. Okay. Is it the same thing to Tower of God? Because like to me, there's a specific Tower of God. It's the one where like it's overlooking the. I think it's like Bomb's trial, like his first trial. That one to me is like there's nothing that comes close to that. Like the way that makes me feel. It's like I'm a person that has excessive doubt, and I just forget about it in order to like perform. Essentially, I'm like I'm nervous. I'm not gonna do well. Destroy that thought. Don't think about it. Perform, and then I'm like, oh wow, I probably did shitty. But that song, for a person who has like a great deal of like self-doubt and etc., that song makes me feel like a god. It like makes me feel like the fucking like I'm like just climbing to the absolute fucking top, and it feels great. It's like holy shit. Is this what is it called? People who love themselves is crazy. Narcissism feels like just yes. It's great for me. BZ says that's a thing. It's not just that. It's people like have gotten a tattoo of him and don't know what I'm gonna do with my life now. Man, I've seen a lot of people with like a Deku tattoo right at like season 1, and I was like, no, no, man. Let a show complete. I understand if people get like a Hunter x Hunter tattoo. I understand if people get like Overlord tattoo, but make the source material conclude before you have the balls to commit it to flesh. Because what if they just butcherize your favorite character and or story premise? That's gonna suck. It's like, oh yeah, this character actually becomes evil in season 3. Who would have thought the manga guy would have done that, asshole? And now I just have an evil bastard fuck. What if they make him diddle somebody? And you're like, now I got an R word on my arm. I hate it. Why? And you're the fool. You've done this to yourself. BC says, it crosses the border between reality and anime. I get feeling upset, but it's more like my life is ruined and I can't go on kind of. Yeah, I guess to me, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I understand. I gotta go back and forth because like I think art is supposed to have a reaction, and if the reaction isn't entirely, like, I guess I'm always so used to seeing anger as the reaction, so when the reaction is like sadness, it's kind of like, oh, clearly this meant a lot to people and they had this reaction to it, you know. And we all care about kind of silly things sometimes, so I'm not sure. I try. This is one of those moments where I'm like, I'm not sure I can cast a stone, because like if they ever fucked up one of my favorite shows, I'd be kind of like, God damn it, why, man? I like had such a important part in my heart, and now you fucking done me like that. I might be cleaning up shit. Yup, it looks okay. It's not my. I let him out immediately before the stream, and of course he's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, you son of a bitch. I love my dogs, but yikes. Oh damn. It is a machete. I thought GRINN had like an arm, and not. Well, maybe it kind of. She holds it like an arm. If she keeps it on her waist, I think it's a machete. Fluff says Soldier 11 is near identical to Anby. Likely his story implication, but his fire theme instead of electro. Oh, okay. Asa says, yeah, we have so much a good season 2 anime. No, man, fucking can't wait. Can't wait. Okay, this last year has been kind of okay for games, but fuck me dead, is it like killer for anime? I feel like in the last 3 months, I'm like, there is too many good shows to watch. I still haven't watched Dawn of the Witch. Probably gonna love that. I will say I watched what do you call Lone Syndicate made me a suggestion, which I appreciated. It is called A Typical Noble Reborn. No, sorry, that's not right. It's the world's greatest demon lord reborn as a nobody is what it's called. It is good. It's to me, it doesn't do like I guess this the best way I could put it is there's another like demon lord anime where he like spins a fucking whole ass kingdom castle on his finger, which that one's at least absurd enough to where I'm like, I'm into it. That one, the one I currently watch, it's not bad. It just didn't really feel like it captured me. You know what I mean? It kind of felt like I went on a journey, and I was like, okay, you know, yeah. I'm at the point where I'm not even sure if I want to make a first anime I've watched. I'm not sure if I want to make a should you watch it. I might make a should you watch, but not a so I watched, because I don't know if I got a lot to say on it. Yeah. But I will say I can't wait to see what I do appreciate giving me that one, because I do think it gave me a nice baseline to jump into another show, because you kind of need like anime in a lull that's kind of good but not great to kind of keep you moving but not keep you binging through all the good stuff too quick, you know. Fluff says, now for an upcoming multiplayer game, Tower Fantasy has world bosses. Oh, fuck it. Speaking of that, Fluff, let's hope my video doesn't get DMC acclaimed. Big version of my dumb face. We're going to take a pause of this. We're going to kill this. Bop. We're going to open up this. Loop that shit. Play it. This is the boss fights that exist within Tower Fantasy. Wild. Did I loop this? I did. Good job, me. Okay. Azel says, I legit stopped myself from watching Classroom of Elites season 2 so I could watch it one. Yeah, dude, that same way. That show will definitely do the like, so what will happen next? Find out next week, idiot. Haha, and then run away. Azel says, and no, 91 Days Later is an old school mobster anime. Oh, I said no. Yeah, to me, I love Tower of God, but I will say the soundtrack to me is what got me killed. Oh, I see what got. So maybe there is a soundtrack, or it's just an anime. Interesting. 91 Days. Which one is that? Mobster anime. That sounds familiar. There's one that's like a guy who. There's not very many mobster animes. The one that comes to mind is like a dude who like seen his mom get stabbed, and he becomes like a crazy fucking like mob boss guy, I guess, hitman type thing. Fluff says the roguelike part might be a side mode, but overall I like the main gameplay loop and the aesthetic of ZZZ. Just haven't seen or heard about multiple. Yeah. Aza says, it's really good. You should watch it. I feel like me and you have pretty much the same taste of anime that other people here, and yeah, like other people in here in chat. Yeah, okay. I might have to look it up then. How old is it? I'm one of those sons of bitches that there's so much good anime, Azel, that like, yeah, I'm already like, man, a lot of people tell me to go watch this old show, and I'm like, I'm still behind on like 50 other shows. I haven't watched Demon Slayer yet. I'm still behind on so many shows that are current and killing it, you know what I mean? But I'll probably look that one up. Oh, my nose. You should watch it and oh yeah, I feel like that. Lone Ticket says also Grim. We got a cat. We got caught up on ZZZ. I forgot to ask you about my day. Oh no, it's all good. My day was again, like I kind of mentioned in the middle, where I've just been like I'm good about taking like a 20-minute, man, that's too much. Maybe like a 15-minute break, and I'll like go watch some YouTube video, half of it, and then like click off, go back to studying. But for last like since Thursday, I've been waking up at 8 to like 7:30, letting out the dogs, and then immediately jumping back on, and then like till we stream at 5, or on the days that we don't stream, I just go all the way till 8, and doing just that is a lot, but it's fun. If you guys care about it, I would love to talk to you guys. Yeah, we only have a little bit more minutes. Maybe I should do that. I wanted to talk to you guys about my findings, the piece of my course that I took next, the last chapter. Not last chapter, sorry. We got plenty more chapters. But it's a helpful chapter about titles and thumbnails, and the brain, how it functions, and why you see certain things. How about your day, Alone Singing, though? Sorry, my rudeness. Radiant says, I'm a head out for tonight. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Grin. Yeah, I love the time, Radiant. Hope I can see you again. Thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. BZ says, Fluff says, gonna take a shower, so I'll be back at the end of the stream. Y'all take care. Thank you so much for stopping by, Fluff. BZ says, night raid. It would be sweet. Also, bye, Fluff. Whenever I hop on the stream, I have to write down a bunch of either new or current anime I have never heard of before. I love it. It's my goal. Angel says, yeah, I've seen that one. Also, and how not to summon a demon. Yeah. How not to summon a demon lord, man. As much as I don't mind like the lewdification of things, I think it's mostly goofy and funny. As when it's done, that one to me felt like season 1 of like how not to summon a demon lord seemed like it was like lewd, but still had like a premise. Like there was that moment where he fucking like blitzkriegs a whole ass fleet of demons on a bridge, which I was like, that's kind of rad. But in season 2, man, it just feels like the animators were just like, oh, the reason why people wanted this show is because of tits and ass, and it was just like that was the whole thing. I just felt like it was like. There wasn't much of that like power fantasy, like holy fuck, the dude is like even when they had the thing where they went into his dungeon and they could have done like, here's a bunch of new cool stuff, here's like a moment where we slow down and level up the girls or something like that. Instead it's just like, no, he kind of just kills them in 2 seconds, and then like they like vagina falls on his face, and it's like, okay, all right. You know, it was one of the few anime where I actually stopped watching it. Usually I have the completion aspect of myself that will get me through, but I think I stopped right around the 8th episode because I was just kind of like, it's not pulling me in like season 1. Like as much as I understand the cute weirdness to it, I feel like you need to have something that makes you grounded in it, you know. But that one to me got a little bit too spicy. BC says, dude, I gotta watch season 2 of that one. Yeah, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. I mean, I didn't like it too much, but you might love it. Yeah. To me, it was just, yeah, when things are like, when that becomes the entire point of the show, I just feel like, just make a Harada. Just make a Harada now, you know? Hazel says open it on another tab, and yeah, both the animes. Kind of a hard thing to do on another tab right now. I'll do it probably at the very end. Both are old mobster animes. Isn't too old. Gotcha. Lisa says, Tower Fantasy looks so fucking good, man. But I can't get over the sponginess and the flashy button mashing. I hope the game shatters my expectations. I mean, you can always turn off the crazy like numbers and whatnot. I do think it isn't inherently an MMO, so I think you're gonna have to get used to like chipping away at a giant health bar. Cause I've never seen an MMO that's not done that, with exception to maybe Destiny, and even then it still does it, and it does it at endgame with elites and stuff like that, you know. Got a haircut today? Loads again, hell yeah. Hazel says, and what's going on in Genshin in the background? It seems interesting. I might go back. This is not Genshin. This is Tower Fantasy. Frankly, man, if Genshin did shit like this, we would be talking about nothing. We would just be still riding that train. But nah. Yes, who could forget the Demon Lord fishing around where the sun don't shine? Is that where he's like trying to resurrect the demon dragon? And it's like, you're clearly getting real close to the wire here. Loadsingit says, yeah, Season 2 PF, How Not to Summon a Dragon, Demon Lord, wasn't as good as the Season 11, or Season 1, yeah. Although, I like the booba, I need something to pay. Yeah, you need something to get through. Like, that was one of my favorite parts about, like, the one that did the Demon Lord thing really well is the weird, the one where he spins the fucking, thing on his finger, like the castle on his finger. I can't remember what the name is, but that one was like fun. Like, also the dude is like, the arrogance of the Demon King was palpable. That's what I want. And like, but also I love the fact that it wasn't that he was evil. It was just that he was like stupid, had a crazy understanding of the world, and also was kind of like, no, like you need to have power sufficient enough to change the world. And yeah, and like, but also the fact that he's like, yeah, I'll defeat death and resurrect you. It's like, okay, that's what we like to hear. And it also reminds me of the things of like weird like Satan stuff, where like if some of the weird stuff is like, well, didn't Satan like share the apple with us, which gave us like an understanding of good? Like, it was kind of like this thing of like, maybe like one guy isn't actually too bad. Maybe he's actually had like killing it for humanity in a way. In a good way, sorry, it's a weird way to phrase it. Hazel says, oh, what the hell, my eyeballs are getting worse. It's okay, I thought it was a meme. Honestly, this does look a little ka-chingy kind of situation, but yes. Also, just a quick TLDR, and then we'll look at that anime that Hazel's been telling us about. What do you call it? In my book, just a quick little tangent about that. The current chapter is about thumbnails and titles. But the one thing that makes it interesting, and it's kind of like a hard thing to hit, but it's the title of the chapter is basically named Everything Starts with a Click, essentially. And the guy makes a really good argument for, like, it doesn't matter if you have the best content on the entire world, if nobody is enticed to click on it, it will forever be like an amazing piece of content that nobody will ever find. So it's like there's an importance for even if you have the best content in the world, it doesn't matter if nobody is gonna click on your video and click on your thumbnail, and be interested by your title and stuff like that. So he kind of goes into this whole thing about the importance of it, and all of it makes complete sense. But then he also goes into fun things like the sociology of the eye and like the brain. Like, we have specific neurological pathways within our brain that recognize faces, eyes specifically, like the whites of eyes specifically. Like, if you basically close your eyes and open up your eyes will be locked onto a face immediately. It'll be the first point of focus is what it's called. Also, you guys have seen the classic like grid of Photoshop, essentially, or like photography, which is like the rule of thirds. You have like certain points where your eyes will automatically be drawn to. There's also like scale, so your eye will always find the thing that is bigger, but with even if it's the same shape. So if you have a bunch of circles on a paper, you have one bigger circle, your eye will be locked onto that bigger circle and forget about the other ones. Also, your eye, and maybe this is like tied to like your predatory nature of survival or whatever, but your brain will notice something that's offset. So if you have a bunch of vertical lines on a page, you close your eyes, you open up your eyes, the two lines that were adjacent like that, your eyes will lock onto either of those. So it was just really cool thing seeing that. And then after you learn all this data, like scientific proven studies, like, do you guys know that 80% of what you choose to click on YouTube is visual? Like, most people. Also, do you know how fast you can process an image, like a page full of images? 0.3 milliseconds, like stupid fast. And then a lot of people, like, you'll process that information and then you'll look deeper into to a thing, like the title essentially. Anyways, just how crazy fast your brain can process information is wild. And then also just going with color. So like color is also something that pulls you in really, really hard. And then of course the guy goes to like YouTube thumbnails, and it's hard not to see some people who are like going really hard in the paint, where you're like, they're using this specific color study, they're using this specific face thing. Like, as much as I don't hate it, but I kind of am exhausted by it, is the YouTuber in thumbnail with face going, I'm kind of over it. But at the same time, again, if you have dedicated a long time to editing this piece of content that is specifically made for people who you think would enjoy it, you want them to click on it. So if this is something that can catch a person's eye and pull a person in, it can kind of do that. You know what I mean? So it's interesting in that way. But also titles, like most people, you can process a title in, I think it's 2 seconds. So if you have a title that's longer than 2 seconds, like a stupid long title, most people won't even look at it, or they'll read half of it and then infer what the rest of it is. And yeah, just the idea that like a lot of things are like building on this idea of curiosity. In a way, you're kind of like disconnecting. I've heard people say that beforehand, which is, look at your title and thumbnail as like a billboard for your content. It's about getting people to click on it, not necessarily about the content itself, which is weird. But then again, if you think about like, well, then the user or like a viewer will not be able to get that video. It's weird because they will actually. YouTube is all about their analytical data or user data. So people will, if you're like similar to a bunch of other people, so if a bunch of people positively engage with that content, then it will signal to those other people that this is content that they might also enjoy, and then you'll be pivoted around like that. But yes. Also, ladies and gentlemen, is there anyone who could go raid? I really need to go let my dog out. So, sorry. Tell me who to raid. We'll look at this anime. Where is it? 91 days something. Where is it? I need the name of the anime, please, Hazel. There it is. 91 days later. There we go. Okay, let me make sure I don't get DMCA banned or whatever. Where is it? This. Okay. Yeah, no, I've watched this one. Or no, I haven't watched this one. I've seen this one. This is the one that I thought about. Yeah. This is the one that I've seen a lot. This is the one where he like, that's what I mean. I think he's like, there's a scene that I've seen in an Anva Azel, where he like sees his mom, something bad happens to his family, and he has to witness it, and then it like changes him, and he kind of becomes numb, and he has like a sidekick that's like super brutal. I think I can show you this page. Yeah, I can show you a little bit of this page. This one. We'll do this one instead. Boom. Yeah, no, I've seen this one before. It's interesting. It's yeah, it's exactly the one that came to mind when you were talking about a mafia anime, because I haven't seen many, but I know this one is renowned. It's not, yeah, like I said, it's not too old. Yeah, I've heard great things. Yeah, this is the other one that I thought I'd seen. Maybe they're the same one, actually. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm pointing at because it's cropped. But no, I'll give that a watch eventually. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe there's a lot. There's like the Fake Pretender that I've heard lovely things about. I guess I'm waiting to watch the other ones when I've already have no time to watch anything. You know, where I'm already like, I have 15 things. Like I want to watch Demon Slayer and all these other ones. To where I feel like I'm like, let me get through those ones first. But then there's like cooler anime that are coming, and I'm also trying to make videos for certain anime. So like I want to make a video on Dawn of the Witch because it's topical. So yeah, complicated. Fluff says Freya is good. Astra. We can do Frey. Actually, we've done Frey a lot. Maybe we should do Astra. We'll do Astra. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta go let my dogs out. I'm pretty sure there's shit waiting up for me at the top. Yeah, the fake predator is pretty good too. Awesome. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to. I'm gonna set that up. Give me a second. Oh wait, I will show you my dog. Raid. Alright, we will raid Astrid, who's currently looking at memes. Here is my doggo. Hey Ollie. Oh, he's sleeping, guys. He's sleeping. He's looking so cute. Ollie, can I pick you up? He's so cute. I can't do it, guys. Don't make Doggo unhappy, but I'm gonna have to get up anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go upstairs. He's gonna have to come with me. Buddy, we're gonna go raid a person, and then we're gonna go. Come on, we're gonna go upstairs. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on up. Okay, sorry. I know. This is Ollie. He's like, why am I here? Fuck this. I was sleeping, asshole. And I'm like, I know, buddy. He's also not feeling great. There he is. Okay. Hey, buddy, we're gonna go upstairs in a minute, okay? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you said nice things to Ollie. We're gonna go raid this person. We've raided her before. She is nothing but wonderful. Let's do this. Where's my goddamn raid thing? There we go. Bye. Love you. No video today. One video will be coming out tomorrow on Share a Grin at 12 p.m. Okay, bye. Small doggo, yes. Little man. Tiny man. Alright, bye-bye.